So this is a follow-up video to the blog post that I wrote about the posting that I saw in the Certified Baptiste Yoga Teachers group, where David Ratchford had posted this 60-minute graphic showing the spacing, the time spacing for the Journey into Power sequence laid out on a clock face. And I kind of freaked out because I had never seen anything like that before, and I was like, oh my God, this is like the most amazing thing that I think I've ever seen in my freaking life. And then Brittany posted her movable clock face, where she had used a piece of transparency on the clock face paper and had used some dry erase markers or wet erase markers to write the information of the sequence on the movable clock face. So basically, that if your class starts at the straight up on the hour, you can put your integration right up here. If you're starting your class at quarter past the hour, you can put your integration right there, and then you kind of know where you should be in the sequence as you go throughout a 60-minute Journey to Power class. So I kicked it up a notch and I ordered some 3M color laser transparency paper so that I could print up the Journey into Power sequence, but flip the image so that it's a mirrored image, so therefore the toner is actually on the back side of this, so nothing's going to get smudged or scratched or rubbed off with the front of the clock face gets abused, as we all know that it will. So this is the 60-minute Journey into Power. I just printed up the clock face and I kind of glued it to some cardstock. I have the little brass brads that you can get from anywhere to hold the two pieces together. And then I also printed up this is the 75-minute JIP. This is what it looks like when you take the images from the blog post that I created and you flip them in whatever imaging app that you use. I use Photoshop, and you basically flip the image, so you're printing it a mirror image so that the toner's on the back side. Is this required? No, it's not required. You could totally print these up so that the toner's on the top of it, but if like it could get scratched, it could get abused, and then the words and the colors could start to come off throughout the wear of, but with it on the back side, it's kind of protected a little bit. So this is what it looks like with the 75-minute Journey into Power. Start up the integration up here, or you could start it at the quarter hour or 20 minutes after and have an idea of where you should be. Since this is a 75-minute class, you can see that the opening sequence will overlap with the start time of integration and so on. You can see that I have color-coded the different sections here so that you can see that that the deep rest goes from this line to this line here. It's part of it's going to overlap the clock face because it's a 75-minute class. The 90-minute Journey into Power class has a lot more going on, as we can see, because the length of the sections is a little bit longer. And we can see that the igniting section overlaps with integration. And then we also have stability, opening, release, rejuvenation, and deep rest. I want to give a big shout out to David Ratchford for making his first post in the Certified Baptiste Yoga Teachers Facebook group with this amazing graphic that I've never seen before. And then Brittany Maxwell Hopkins for you showing us your movable clock face. And then Alice Riccardi, she shared all of the information that she had about what a 75-minute pacing class looks like versus a 90-minute pacing class. And so I took that information and I added in the release section, because back in the day, doing the release portion of the Journey into Power was kind of like an optional thing that wasn't really present in all of the classes that were taught. So I took a couple of minutes from Vitality, or I took a minute from wherever on the rest of the sequence where it seemed to make sense to add back in the release section, which is the seated forward fold and all of that. So this is just I just wanted to show you what it can look like if you print it up on transparency paper. You can also have your friendly people at Kinko's or your local print shop place print up the PNGs that I uploaded. They're transparent, so the colors will be transparent when they're printed. It won't, completely obscure the numbers on the clock face, which is nice. I like that a lot, and I like that a transparency is much more long wearing because we all get sweaty in classes, and our hands may smudge the dry erase, wet erase markers that are on the transparency wheels. Is this a requirement? No, this is not a requirement. I'm just totally sharing what I got excited about that I saw online. So this is what it can look like when you print it up on a transparency with your reversed image, and you just use the little brad connectors to connect it to the white cardstock. And 3M color laser printer transparency sheets look amazing when it's printed up, and I'm super excited to put these into use so that I can make the release section part of my teaching, because I often run out of time, quote unquote, when I'm actually just spending more time in vitality and awakening than I really need to. So thanks for watching, and I hope this is beneficial. I'm going to post this video to YouTube and put a link to it in the bottom of the blog post. Thanks for watching. Bye.